Hi everybody, Mrs. Roberts here. Today's story is Puppy Mudge Wants to Play. It is a 0.6 level book, so when you're taking AR, think about that level number. Its AR number is 88312. I'll try and remember to show that again at the end of the story. And here is the cover of our book. This is the front of our book. This is the back of our book. The spine of our book, it holds all the pages together. Down here we have the author by Cynthia Rylant, and it's illustrated. What does that mean again? Illustrated. Yes, you got it. It's the one who draws the pictures in the story. It's illustrated by Susie Stevenson. Now, I'm doing something with these books that I really don't want you to do at home because I love books. I want them to last a really long time. But in order for you to be able to read along with me, I have to bend the cover and the spine of the book. I don't really like to do that. If I've seen you doing it at school, I ask you not to do it. But in this case, I'm going to have to. So I'm sorry for that. I'm not hurting the book too terribly. I'm only doing it one time. I'm trying to be really careful. But please don't bend your books or the library books from Miss Rye's library. We want them to last a very, very long time. So, characters in the book. There's two. Henry. Who's the other character? Mudge. That's right, Puppy Mudge. Only two characters in this book. We're going to see what happens at the beginning of the story, at the middle of the story, and at the end of the story. This is Henry's puppy Mudge. Mudge wants to, what is that word? Play. Mudge wants to play. Puppies love to play, don't they? Henry is reading. Henry does not want to play. Mudge cannot read. His tail's wagging. Do you think he still wants to play? Why can't Henry play right now? Because he's reading. Mudge wants to play. Mudge pulls off Henry's sock. What's he pulling off? Henry's book or Henry's sock? Henry's sock. "Ah, Mudge," says Henry. So he has his sock in his mouth, and his drooly mouth is probably getting wet, don't you think? Henry reads. Mudge chews up Henry's laces on his shoe. So his shoelaces are really wet, and now they're torn up too. And what's Henry doing? He's still reading. "Ah, Mudge," says Henry. Do you think Henry's happy or sad right now? I think Henry's a little actually annoyed. Oh my goodness, this dog just ate my laces on my shoe. See his nice little fish tank over here too? So Mudge doesn't look too happy right now. Why not? Why do you think he looks kind of sad? Probably because here's Henry. Henry reads. Mudge sits on Henry's foot. Don't you think that would be a little heavy if he sat on his foot? What do you think Henry's going to do? Did he play with him? No. Mudge sits on Henry's lap. Did he get his attention yet? Look at this picture. I think he's got Henry's attention. Mudge sits on Henry's book. Mudge looks at Henry. Mudge looks and looks and looks at Henry. Mudge asks Henry, "Do you want to play?" What do you think? I think he does. Mudge jumps. Mudge dances. Mudge goes round and round. Pretty happy now, isn't he? Mudge wants to play. So they do. Okay, did you remember our two characters? One of them is Puppy Mudge and the other is Henry. What happened at the beginning of the story? What was Henry doing? Was he playing ball, eating food, or reading? He was reading. And then what did Henry do? Several things, didn't he? He wanted to play, so he pulled off Henry's sock. That was kind of at the beginning of the story. And then he chewed up Henry's laces. And then he also sat on Henry's foot. Now we're getting kind of to the middle of the story. So we have these things that happened first, and then next, then he sits on his foot. Then he sits on his lap. Then he looks him right in the eye. And he's like, come on, Henry. I want to play, Henry. What happens next? Henry says, Mudge, do you want to play? And then Mudge, now we're getting towards the end of the book, is happy, happy, happy. He jumps and he dances and he goes around and round. Mudge wants to play. And at the end of the book, what happens at the end of the book? Do they play, or does Henry teach Mudge to read that book? We know better. We know that they play. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that story. Again, the AR number is 88312. Have an awesome rest of the day.